looking at like some of the pictures and videos and stuff. This felt like almost like, I don't know how to describe it, but I'm sure you guys can. It seemed like it was like summer camp, weekend camp. I mean, it's a getaway thing, and everyone's like praising Topeka, the producers of this.
Yeah, I could imagine that's what heaven looks like. Because the weather was just spectacular. All the days, and Topeka was amazing. They were really. I mean, I haven't been to festival like days in a row in a little while, but I thought they did a great job. Really top notch. Place was clean. Really, just real awesome job all around. The crew was really good.
It was a lot of Topeka's crew running the whole show and the venue, or was it the venue's employees? What was that like breakdown?
No, it's all that Topeka. There, those folks run everything, Adam. And
wow,
I think the guy's name is Andy Levine. He actually lived in Atlanta, and I think owns the firm. And I don't know exactly where I think a lot of his crew comes in from out of town. They probably use some locals or whatever as well. But I mean, Ann and I went to Moon Crush a couple of years ago, which I think was their first festival where they called it Moon Crush. And then they've expanded to do other types of festivals. And, I think one of the first I heard of where it was actually kind of labeled with a band. So TTB was kind of TTB putting on the Sunset, was their kind of festival, where the other ones are usually different artists each night and stuff. Some are 3 nights, some are 4 nights. And they're just amazing. I mean, you walk in, they'll take pictures for you. They do anything and everything. I mean, and I don't know the way they treat the sheriffs and the police. I don't know. Everybody is just so friendly and welcoming. I mean, it just, I never heard a bad word from anybody. I mean, they're just terrific. It should be the blueprint for running a musical festival.
Wow. Yeah. I was gonna say that's the vibe I get from you guys, and just the general reaction, like, because it's not always talked about. And I talk to all you guys about every show, and we'll mostly talk about the music and Derek and Susan, and occasionally we'll talk about the staff and they were nice and this and that. But like, this sounds like they really stood out in terms of like the service.
Even the way that they set the aisles up, every detail to it, the people at the ticket counter, but especially like Jacob and Jessica, the 2 people in the VIP tent, when we walked up, they basically were like, hey, there's coolers stocked with all these drinks, and if you don't see what you want, just let us know and we'll go get it for you. And I was just like, really? Like, wow. And there was no act. I mean, they were just so sincere and caring, and it was just a beautiful experience all the way around. I 100% agree. You said it perfect, David.
I don't know what you would even complain about if you tried to think of something to complain about in the way that it was run.
Yeah, I would say, Adam, even for us non-VIP, Buster, us common folk, basically you on the app or whatever, you order your booze or whatever, they bring it to your cove.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
that was our favorite thing.
Yeah. You don't have to miss a note. You want food, you want booze. I mean, if they could, they'd go to the bathroom for you if they could.
I bet they would.
All the little touches that they provide, really amazing. And I mean, we had issues because we were coming from out of town. Ann and I had spent a week in New Orleans for Jazz Fest, and we were going to be. And I just texted them, said, "Can you hold my tickets at will call instead of mailing them?" And they're like, "Absolutely." I mean, just anything you ask a question, and 5 minutes later they're texting you the answer. I mean,
you know what they are? They're like Trader Joe's on steroids.
I mean,
is that what it is? Like, they're the Trader Joe's employees on steroids. I mean, you guys are. I mean, as you said, you're paying for the beer and you're paying for everything, but it's still above and beyond the expected. Certainly, what was expected.
I remember when we came in on the 3rd day, when we were waiting in line because we were first in line. You could see all the employees were like in a huddle, and it looked like the the promoter was giving them like a pep talk.
Yeah.
And then they all just disbanded and like ran to their positions. And I think it shows that, people are treated well who work there. People are happy who work there. And that definitely shows through a lot in the customer service and the like quality of the experience.
Just like Trader Joe's.
Exactly.
Yeah, when you walk by one of them, they would talk. They'd say, "Hey," or "Have a great time," or it was like you walked by them and they were, just standing there ignoring you or whatever. I mean, they engaged. You could just see they were. I mean, it was white glove service for a concert.
I think I think of two things. I think of friendliness as a thing that's being prioritized, of course, that you guys are all speaking to. But also like the element of teamwork, the way Mary was talking about them huddling it up and getting together, and like the kind of like the we're not all for one, whatever it is, but yeah, the whole like teamwork, just like valuing that, and that's something that obviously Derek and Susan and the band value, and fan community is definitely something that I value and we all do. So it's like something about the camaraderie and the teamwork. I think that shines through. And that was probably a common thread and a value between the Topeka people and I'm guessing and TTB as they started to work together to put this thing together.